Good morning, everyone. Um, so what do y'all think about this wild hair that I have going on? I actually, I don't know. I have worn my hair like this yesterday too, and I told my friend. Oh, I think I even posted it on my stories, and I was like, I look like a Shih Tzu. So, but it's really fun. I like to wear my hair down, but it tends to get in my eyes when I'm at work. So it's nice to be able to pull it back and stuff. So I'm just gonna go ahead and jump right on in here. So if you read my caption, you probably think I'm a little crazy. You probably already know that I'm a whole lot crazy. But I've just had some thoughts. Well, actually, I couldn't figure out what I wanted to share and do, and I had a word just keep going through my mind, but I couldn't get it down like I wanted to, and like I wanted to say it. Well, actually, I knew how I wanted to say it, but then I was like, scripture may not fit that, so I have to look at the scripture and rearrange my thinking to fit scripture, because you don't fit scripture to what you want it to. You have to fit yourself to the scripture. But anyways, so I actually looked in the book in my devotional and didn't see anything that stood out. And then I remembered this one time when somebody was like, hey, you should start working on your own personal devotional. Give you something to do, occupy your time, occupy your mind. So I was like, let me pull up that and see if I have anything that I want to share from there. And I found one that I wanted to share, and I read it, and then I was like, that's too personal. But it is, and I did have it titled, When God Throws You in a Den of Lions. And maybe I should reword it and say, when God allows you to be thrown into a den of lions, just thinking about the story of Daniel, because he did allow Daniel to be thrown into that den. So, but the scripture that I thought about with this during that time was, for I know the thoughts that I think toward you, saith the Lord, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you an expected end. Jeremiah 29:11. And Daniel found himself in a situation that he did not create, that was not his fault. He was surrounded by people who were jealous of him and his position, and the only fault that they could find in him related to his God. I mean, how amazing would it be to have that testimony that the only fault someone could find against you would be you prayed too much, you lived for God too much. That would be how wonderful would that be? But anyways, Daniel, they were jealous of him. They saw that he prayed all the time, so they made a law in order to see if they could get Daniel to stop praying or to kill him. And of course, Daniel didn't stop to pray, didn't stop praying, so he was thrown into the den of lions. And maybe you feel like that. I mean, because maybe you're in a place where you feel like you're surrounded by people who may be against you, and you've done nothing wrong, and you're confused, like as to why God would want you in this position and why God will allow you to stay in that current situation. Whatever it may be, it's hard to understand, why would God allow you to be in this den of lions, surrounded by possibly lions that are that would possibly attack you, and you've been put in this situation because of others and not you. So that could be very confusing as to why God would allow that. And I mean, there's been times in my life when I'm like, why, God? Why is this happening? Why is it like this? And I've had moments where I've just questioned him. I've melted down. I've had many emotions, and in the midst of all of them, I have found him to be faithful. I have found that he's loved me through it all, and that he continues to show me that he's using this, whatever it is at the moment, whatever the hard that I'm facing at that time, he's using that to teach me and to make me a better person and to refine me. He's preparing me for my best future, you know. I might think that the place that he's allowed to be turned into a den was my best future, but, you know, he knows best. He has thoughts of peace and not of evil. He plans to give us all an expected end. So, like with Daniel, you know, once he was tossed in the lion's den, at the end of that chapter, it says, so this Daniel prospered in the reign of Darius. So after he was tossed into the lion's den, the king was bothered all night long that he had been manipulated into doing this to Daniel. And so he prayed and fasted for him all night in order for things to be turned around for him. And they were. And it was worked out in Daniel's favor because God had a plan for all of this. And, you know, that's what it is. Maybe you feel like people are coming against you. Maybe people are attacking you. And the thing is, do you trust God to shut the mouths of the lions that are around you? Do you trust him to prepare you and to use this situation for your best and to give you your expected end, to give you a brighter future? So if you possibly are in a situation of where you're facing vicious lions, I just want to encourage you today to trust God to shut their mouths and to trust him to give you an expected end and to turn things around for you and to give you all the tools you need to be prepared for your best future. So y'all have a wonderful day.